me talk about IELTS, which is what I'm training since for a year. Okay, so I got recruited. I'm campus from campus. I got recruited. So that is how I started my career as a trainer. You can ask why not finance, because teaching and training, that was my passion all the time, and I believe that it can be any field, but I just had something in my mind that I should start with some education sector itself, because my internships and whatever I did was completely based on education industry itself. So only one motive I had, that I need to always be in touch with education. I shouldn't even give up anywhere. I should keep upgrading my skill set. I should keep upgrading myself. So that is how I've chosen to be a trainer, because I had a lot of stage fears. I used to not go talk to any people. I was very nervous and all that. So I just wanted to overcome all that. That's the reason I thought this would be the right platform for me to build my skill set, at the same time work on the important areas. Okay, so yeah, in IELTS we have 4 modules: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So now let me just tell you why IELTS is important, and later I'll tell you the modules that are there in the IELTS. So why IELTS? It is a test which is conducted by the British Council, or from the Cambridge and IDP. They are the co-partners. Why? Because if a student or a person, so this is, we have two offers. If you want to immigrate to other country for work purposes, yes, you can definitely take up IELTS general training. And if you want to go for academic purposes, yes, you'll have to go for IELTS. IELTS is not very difficult. It's just testing your English knowledge based on 4 modules which I told earlier. So here, this is where they just based on your performance, we are going to the evaluators are going to grade you, give you certain band from 0 to 9. So according to that, you can apply to the universities. It can be your dream universities, or the countries you are aiming to go. So you can definitely go into that. And so here, as I told, it's going to be for 2 hours 40 minutes. If it is, we have 2 different types. One is computer based test, the other one is the paper based test. Okay, let me explain a lot about a paper based test, because most of them prefer doing it, going for paper based test. Alright, so yeah, coming to the listening module, you will have 4 modules. 4 sections. Earlier we were calling it as sections. Now there are a few changes that we call it as part, but apart from that, there is nothing different as such. Yeah, you will get 40 questions on it. The band score is going to be 9. The section 1 and 2 purely a social context, wherein the first section you will be listening to the conversation between two. Could be inquiring about some courses or something very general, wherein you can do it. But the one important thing here is IELTS is completely to do with the synonyms and paraphrases. So this is completely going to going to evaluate you, test you based on your English knowledge. Are you good at vocabulary? Are you good at grammar? Are you able to listen it well? Because the country where you're going to study or stay or work, which is going to be completely based on English, right? So it should be a good listener as well. At the same time, which is very important, you'll have to know the synonyms and should be able to give right answers. Alright. So those are going to be social context, as I said. And section 3 and section 4 are going to be academic based. Okay, here the fun is the section 1 and section 3 are going to be conversation between 2 or more, and section 2 and section 4 are going to be monologue, which is going to be a little tiring. I do understand, but yeah, that is how it is structured. Okay, so once that is done, you'll be given 10 minutes extra time. So half an hour for your listening, and you can scribble. If it is paper based test, you can definitely write down something on it, and later you can transfer your answers. And the best thing is that there is no negative marking. You can write easily. Okay, And coming to reading, yeah, reading is one I can say as difficult or maybe easy. It depends on your comprehending skills. No, when I say comprehending, you need not understand the complete passage, right? It depends on the question types. You do get n number of questions. Okay, when I say n number, it's not the exaggerated number. I can say 14 to 15. Okay, yeah. So here you do get answer the following questions, fill-ups, and you do get match the headings, true, false, not given, yes, no, not given, flow chart, and there are many question types. Okay, so and the thing is that you need to understand there are few question types that comes according to the sequence of the passage, and there are few which are randomly there. Okay, so for that we do use few strategies like skimming, scanning, and detailed reading, so that all the 40 questions you can answer within this within the time where you will be given one hour time. So for few that is doable easily, and for few that's going to be a little difficult. Okay, so based on which we are going to you will have to solve the answers, give the right answers. Maximum you will be asked to write 3 words and add a number, or it can be 2 words anyways. Okay, yeah. And there are differences. Let me just tell you the passages. You do get 3 passages and you have 40 questions. You have different band scores. It varies for academic and general training students. Point to be noted. Right. Next, let me go to the writing module. Yeah, in writing module you have 2 tasks, and task 1 you will have to spend 20 minutes. Task 2 it has to be 40. Here you can see the proportion, it's 1:2. Alright, task 1 you will have to write 150 words. Okay, we are very good at writing very elaborative essays or letter writings or report writings, but here we have to look into the word limit, right? Yeah, you'll be asked to write, if you're for academic training, you'll be asked to write a report. You'll be given few pictorial representation of some data. Could be pie chart, bar graph, line graph, or it can be combination of any of these. Okay, so you need to write 150 words there. Okay, and there is a pattern, you will have to follow that. And for general training, that's going to be letter writing, as we know, formal, informal, and semi-formal sometimes. Okay, you'll have to identify them and follow the pattern, and you need to be very direct, not be very colloquial, not in letter writing, I can say, but in other writings. Yeah, so task 2 is essay writing, wherein you have to write 250. So from the word limit, you can make out that the weightage is more on essay writing. Right, we have a lot of question types. You'll be asked to write the advantages and disadvantages list. To what extent do you agree or disagree? And do you think the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Right, you do get these kind of questions. You'll have to just identify. You need to be very, very, very connected to the question, and then you need to write an essay. Okay. Yeah, so I have been essay grader as well. So I've graded a lot of essays and report writings and many more. So I have I don't know how it is evaluated, which is nothing but it's completely based on the band descriptors. So there are 4 criteria based on which you are evaluated. Okay, so it's for sure that's going to be grammar. Okay, we have lexical resource and coherence and cohesion, and the other one is grammatical range and accuracy. I told you. Yeah. And yeah, so that is done. Next, let me move to speaking. Okay, since I'm explaining a lot about paper-based test, and this is completely based on paper-based test, your speaking will be on some other day, not on the same day. You're lucky. Okay, yeah, so it can be a week before or after, or maybe any other days. Okay, so you'll get a mail from, it depends you if you want to register through IDP or through British Council. So they are conducting these tests. Okay, then you will have to go there. Okay, you need to have passport. This is all about IELTS. Just I'm talking about the academic training, and a bit of insight is given about general training also. Yeah, so this is all about me. Thank you.